Yeah, I was having difficulty with this because I have to battle between two different texts that they have out there, that are written slightly different, so I have to jump back and forth. So before I continue on, I just want to go back and go here. This is the first actual Hebrew we read, and in here when we get to Babal Hagadawala, these two are this one here, this text here, and the other text, they both read the same for Babal Hagadawala. All right, then you have Haya'ah, Amah, Hazanwath. Right, this one says Hazanwath. Now when you go to this one here, this is the 5th verse again here, right? And then when you come down to here, Babal Hagadawala. See, so the two, this text here and the other text, they both read the same here. All right. Then the other text had a little extra word here, and then this one says Amah Lazawanwath. Now when you take Amah Lazawanwath and you drop the La, this works with the 6. But this one here, even though this is another way of saying mother of harlot, Hazanawath, this one here in particular doesn't work. All right, so we'll go with this one here, Amah Lazawanwath. All right, and then Amah Lazawanwath there, as you can see, that's what I have here, Amah Lazawanwath. Then you add all these up, all these letters, which the Tha, as we showed you here, the Tha is 400. See, and you go back, the Tha there, you have a 400. The Wa is a 6. Wa is 6. Then you have the Na, which is 50. The Wa is 6. The Za is 7. And notice the La is 30, but notice that there's no 30 here because this is highlighted. We're not going to use this letter. So the next letter is a Ma, a final ant Ma. So that's a 40, and then the I is a 1. So when you add these numbers up, 400 plus 6 plus 50 plus 6 plus 7 plus 40 plus 1, it equals 510. And then when you add 5 plus 1 plus 1, 5 plus 1 plus 0, it equals 6. So that's your second 6. So the mother of harlots, there you have your second 6 when you put the right letter combinations in the Hebrew together with the numerical value. All right. So now, like I said, we got to fight between two texts, two texts that are out there. So now this right here, this is the other text that the mother of harlots part worked, and the Babylon the Great part worked. But then the abominations of the earth on this one, which is Wala Thawaib Wath Ha'aratazah, this doesn't work. So then we had, like I said, I had to battle between the two texts, and this one here says Wa Shakwawatazaya Ha'aratazah. Now this worked. Now if we go here, I can show you. See, Wa Shakwawatazaya Ha'aratazah. And remember, I told you at the beginning that there's certain letters that have to be dropped in order for you to get the mystery. All right. So then you got the Tazah, which is the final ant Tazah, and as you can see here, the final ant Tazah or the Tazah, they're both 90, right? Then you have the Ra, which is 200. You can see there, Ra 200. And then you can compare the two of them, right? Then you have the Ah, which is 1, and then the Ha, which is 5, and then the Ya is a 10, but notice there's no 10 there because this letter gets dropped. All right. Then you have the Tazah again, regular Tazah, which is 90. The Y is 6. The Kwa is 100. The Sha is 300. Let me show you that. The Kwa is 100. The Sha is 300, right? And then the Y is 6. So you add 900 plus 200 plus 1 plus 5 plus 90 plus 6 plus 100 plus 300 plus 6, it equals 796. So 7 plus 9 plus 8 equals 24. 2 plus 4 equals 6. So there you go. There you have the last 6, which is an abominations of the earth. So Babal Hagadawala equals 6. Amah Zawanwath equals 6, and Wa Shakwawatazah Ha'aratazah equals the next 6. That's where you get your Babylon the Great 6, mother of harlots 6, and abominations of the earth 6. So you go your 666, and that's your 666 there. All right. And the people that's gonna get caught up into this is 2/3 of Israel Esau and the other nations. All right, so we're done with this for now. So we'll go back over here to Revelation 17:5, and it says, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Now let's go from there, because the number is 666. So let's go from there to the book of Revelation 13. We're just going to go straight to the point. Verse 18, it says, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, or 666. All right, that's the number of Esau. That's the number of the beast. All right, and that's the number that the Most High is allowing to be destroyed in this time around. Now let's go from there to the book of Isaiah, the 65th chapter, and the 11th and the 12th verse. And it says this. It says, Isaiah 65 and 11, but ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain. See, that's Jake out there. They don't consider the Most High. They forget the Most High's holy mountain. That's what the scriptures say, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. It said that prepare a table for that troop, and this troop is Esau, and that furnish a drink offering unto that number. See, the number is 666. And as we're going to go into, we'll break it down. We're going to show you that the amount of Israelites that are going to be destroyed in this up and coming destruction it adds up to the number of the beast, the number of Esau. All right, so it says, and that furnish a drink offering unto that number. Therefore will I number you to the sword. See, so the Lord says he's going to you offering a drink offering unto that number, meaning that you have certain Israelites that their whole mind frame is just to serve the so-called white man, you know, and then to try their best to indoctrinate other Israelites to go serve the so-called white man, you know. So that's the number. They're preparing that number, you know. Those seats have to be full also, just like the Lord said to go out, you know, because the servants went out, the parable of the servants that went out to bid those that were passing by to the wedding and to the marriage. And then he said when they took account of all of it, he said there's still room in here, you know. We did what you told us to do, but there's still room. So he said, look, go back out into the highways and the hedges, and whoever you see, bid, you know. So that's why we're out there in the streets teaching, you know, bidding those that the Lord has reserved those seats, bidding those whose seats are reserved by the Most High into the marriage of and the supper of the Lamb. All right. So then the same way you have that those reservations, so to speak, is the same way that the 2/3 have a reservation. All right. It says, therefore will I number you to the sword, and you shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called you did not answer, when I spake you did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. All right. So this is talking about Israel. Now let's go from there to the book of Zechariah, the 13th chapter, and the 8th, and then in the 8th verse, and then we're going to end it right there. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And if you take 2/3 out of 100, it's 66.6%. all right, so that's the amount, and that's the number that the Most High is using to destroy. That's the number that the Most High is using to put upon the so-called white man. And that's the number the Most High is using in these microchips. So everything the Most High does, he does in numbers, he does in weights, and he does in measures, you know. So the 2 parts of the 66.6% is the same as the mark of the beast, which is the 666, you know, which is the same thing that we read in the book of Revelation, the 17th chapter, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abomination of the earth. All right. So, you know, this is just a short lesson just to show you, brothers, you know, the breakdown of that Hebrew phrase. And with that, you know, we're going to close this, and I hope you brothers learn something. Shalom.